Well, as we continue to wait for our European feed, I'm joined now by Riggs Eckelberry. He is the CEO of Origin Oil Incorporated, stock symbols OOIL. Riggs, good to see you again.
Great to see you, Don.
Now, of course, we've been talking to your company for a little while, and I'm always fascinated by the subject where your technology essentially is that you're going to use algae, cultivate algae to be a raw material for a biofuel source. So tell us about that again.
Algae is such a productive crop that we can really industrialize it. And so as opposed to corn, which might take a few months to grow, thus making it completely unrealistic as a fuel, algae can really be revved up into a daily harvest cycle, almost like a chain reaction. And that's the exciting future.
It's really fascinating. Again, what's new since we last spoke?
Well, right now we've been busy. We're in the second generation of our Helix bioreactor. We've gone through actually 4 different designs. And now we're narrowing down some of the variables. And the set of experiments we just completed in the lab had to do with different ratios of red to blue lighting with a control reactor that was all white. And we picked a winner. We came up there to the door with the big check and so forth. And the winner is. And we have now a certain ratio that we know is the optimum one. And it makes a big difference. Well,
now, what does that mean when you're talking about, red light, blue light? I mean, the only thing you're missing is your finger over here saying, Mr. Bond. What does that mean?
Yes, Q. What we're talking about here is algae prefers the blue and red wavelengths. Okay. This is long known. In fact, the discovery that algae likes red is a brand new one. It dates back to 1884.
Okay.
All right. So these are discoveries that have been made, and they're out there. What we've been doing is saying, okay, very specifically, what is the combination? And this is what we're about is process optimization from the many ideas in silos all over the academia, and many previous experiments have been done, and trying to pull them all together into a system that's going to really produce.
So what we're basically seeing here is the experimentation that's going on to facilitate industrialization of algae production. And this all goes along with your vision of someday municipalities, entrepreneurs the world over cultivating algae that would then become a raw material for biofuel production. Is that an accurate statement?
We've got to have a cheap biofuels engine. That's the key. It's kind of like the internet for biofuels is to have it be relatively low capitalization. You can just go ahead and build one, crank it up, use all the things that have been settled and that the world has been researching for a long time, with our inventions added, hopefully making a difference, and then our process optimization. And now we have a machine that works. And our vision is to export that knowledge and let other people build these systems throughout the world and really energize the whole biofuels revolution.
Well, of course, Congress right now is fooling around with $900 billion of our money, and they're throwing it around on some really stupid things that we talked about at the top of the show. Is there any chance that you could get involved in that with research grants for, what you folks are doing?
Well, we would not be a stupid use.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, here's something that's really going to work, something that's going to really create jobs. Is there a chance that you can get involved in that? Or?
No question. We're interacting a lot with, institutions, and I think that the smart thing to do would be to put in those kinds of relationships and make sure that we are part of those interests. And at this point, I'm going to have to defer that discussion to further.
Okay, sounds good. Once again, Riggs Eckelberry, Origin Oil Incorporated, OOIL. He promises further discussion, and we will get that from him. Riggs, thanks as always.
Thank you, Don.